let this thing kick in, get all the lag out. Dustin with Black and Gold pressure washing. So today I figure I could go live. Trying to go live a lot more often. I enjoy doing it. So I figure I could go live with y'all. As you can see, we've had this work van in our driveway for a while. This was my grandfather's van. He passed away at the July of last year, so almost a year now. And we were waiting for the estate to close so that I could put this van into my name. I have this van in my name now, but it hasn't been started in a while. So I need to get the van started and running, to be honest, because I may start using this van to pull our pressure washing trailer right here. So usually I pull this trailer with the Explorer you've seen in my videos. Lauren now needs the Explorer because, if y'all can see over here, her car right here has been crapping out on us, and it's cost us a lot of money, and we're just tired of putting money into it. So I had the black truck. As you can see, it's gone now. It's at the mechanic. It needs a new engine. We haven't quite decided if we're going to pull the trigger on that right away or how we're going to do it. So we're trying to price some new engines on that. But in the meantime, what I need to do is get this van up and running and in good condition to be able to pull this trailer possibly. So that's going to be our main goal today. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it'll start right up. And I also want to check out this bumper and make sure that it's not a bumper hitch. And I want to make sure that it's a hitch that's attached to like the frame of the vehicle. That way it is able to pull a trailer like this. So that's the current game plan, is to get this van running. It hasn't been started in probably like 2 months, maybe a little less than 2 months. So I just want to make sure it doesn't end up like this black truck did, which it sat for a while. And then as you can tell, I had a lot of trouble. So unfortunately, the black truck is in the shop. That was going to be my backup vehicle. The van is now going to turn into the work truck. The Explorer is going to be Lauren's vehicle. We're trading in her Hyundai Sonata. And then the black truck is just going to stay in the family because it was my father's. And we're slowly going to restore that truck. So that is going to be the current game plan. I was just going to get it back on the road. I thought it was going to be like 1 to 2K to get it back on the road. It's looking like more of a like $10,000 project with a new engine, new transmission, stuff like that. So what I'm going to end up doing is making that a slow project because I don't have the money to go ahead and do all that right now. So we need to get this van up and running. So that's our current game plan. So I'm gonna put y'all into this ring light and I'll let some people file in here. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So I appreciate anybody that pops in on the live today while we do this. I don't know how long it'll be or what we'll end up doing on here, but I figure I could go live with y'all while we're in here. What's going on, everybody? I see that there's a couple of y'all in here. We're going to be trying to get this van started today. So this is our new work van. It's been sitting in the front yard for a little bit, so I need to get it running. I'm gonna put some injector cleaner in it, and it was really low on gas, so I'm gonna add gas to it. So once I add gas in the injector cleaner, I'm hoping the battery is not dead. If the battery is dead, I think Lauren has a tack pack in her car that we'll be able to jump it with. If not, I'll have to jump it with her car to get it running. But we basically just want to run the van for a while, make sure that it's running well, and that everything is working on it. And that way it's not sitting like the black truck did, because I learned my lesson. So lesson was learned. What's going on, witness? Appreciate you popping in here. Okay, and give y'all a rundown. We got our black coffee, Starbucks, and then we got our water. Lauren got me this new hydro flask. She dropped it. Look at this dent. She dropped my new water bottle. So mine has a dent in it, but got a new hydro flask. Keep hydrated. And then same with this. What's going on, Fizz? No, there's no pressure washing today. This is just me trying to get this van running. So just hanging out with y'all. Most of my channel is going to turn into more than just pressure washing. I'm going to have my pressure washing videos and when I work on the trailer and stuff, but this channel is going to slowly become like all encompassing of myself in general, my personal life. I enjoy going live and chit chatting with y'all. So I want to do more of these lives and not worry too much about only filming on the job stuff. Any tips for more customers? Do you have what type of marketing are you doing? Are you doing any yard signs or any like door hangers or anything like that? What's going on, Willie? Appreciate you popping in here. I would start with the door hangers and yard signs, and then like word of mouth or like friends and family. Basically, get your friends and family to recommend you, and then also write up some reviews for you and get some good before and after photos. Business cards are good too. Yeah, if you're only 13, all I would do is just go door to door, man. Just tell them, you're young and you're trying to get started with a business, and people will respect you for that. But I would keep my prices pretty low and kind of pull on people's heartstrings with the fact that like you're young and you're trying to hustle soon, because I think that'll help with a lot of business. People want to see that because I was in my neighborhood at your age, doing lawns, and I would just tie the lawnmower or tie a wagon to my bike pulling the lawnmower. So I was able to get a lot of business just like that, just in the neighborhood and stuff. So that's what I would do, is kind of use the fact that you're young and just be like, hey, because people are more likely, in my opinion, to probably answer the door because you're young and you don't look like someone like me trying to knock on your door and ask for money, basically, or business. Like, I feel like they'll be way more receptive to you. What's going on, unknown? Look like I can turn water into weed? Wouldn't that be nice? I've heard I look like the Temu Jesus. That's my running joke right now. The Temu Jesus. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see me while I do this. Or hear me, I mean. I know you can't see me. But let me show y'all what we're going to do. So we have 5 gallons of gas right here. There's only like 10 miles till empty on this van. So I hadn't, and it's not, it doesn't have a tag on it yet. Because I just got this put in my name. The van does not have a tag and it's not insured yet. So I can't drive it on the road. So I wasn't able to put gas in it. So I got gas in this tank right here. And I'm going to put 5 gallons of it with this fuel injector cleaner. And then we're going to let the van run for a while. The thing is, I don't know if it'll start right away. I don't know if the battery is dead in it. If the battery is dead in it, we may have to jump it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Thank you for that. What should I say when going door to door? I don't know. I would stick with like driveways if I were you, and I would just say like, hey, I noticed that your driveway could use a cleaning, and I'm trying to get started with my pressure washing business. Would you mind if I cleaned your driveway for, tell them like a reasonable rate, or even tell them like, hey, I'll do your driveway for like a Google review or some sort of review that gives you some presence online. I don't know if there's an age limit for being able to set up like a business profile and stuff, but $100. Yeah, it depends how good of a job you think you could do. I would even go as low as $50. If you're not really tight for money, or like you're just doing it to get started. My first couple jobs I did for $50 and a Google review. But I mean, 100's a reasonable rate. You just got to play around with it. Try different houses. Do 50 houses or like 50 people you've talked to at like $100 and see how many people say yes. And if nobody says yes, then maybe try like $50 in a review or something like that, something where you can trade them value and not have to worry about like having like a competitive rate when it comes to like competing with other businesses in the area, because you're not really trying to compete with anybody. You're just trying to get your foot in the door and get started. And the good thing is, if you do a really good job the first time with the people, then they'll use you again. So that's really the key, is like securing that client long term by doing a good job the first time. I don't know how easy it'll be to put gas in this van. Looks pretty straightforward. I got this tube that I did with the truck that I'll probably do with this van as well. As you can see, you can like pour it in here like that. The problem with these gas cans is they're so heavy. 5 gallons is heavy to hold up and pour like this. You'll watch me struggle here in a minute. Yeah, no problem, homie. Yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. When I was first starting out, like you're not really worried about pricing at all. You want your good photos and you want good reviews. So if you can get some good photos and good reviews, the price doesn't really matter at the beginning. Like do it for free or do it for cheap, but see if you can trade them for a review and make sure you take good before and after photos. That way you have them for marketing. If you end up making door hangers or flyers, then you'll already have the source material for those flyers and stuff with legitimate photos that you've done. That way you're not using stuff that other people have done or trying to take credit for something that somebody else did. Use those first couple jobs to stack up those photos and take more than you need, and take them if you can, if possible. Sometimes going back the next day when the concrete is dry, the concrete looks better than when it's wet and you take photos. So that's just a little tip. Like go back with a little leaf blower or something and take another photo the next day. I do that sometimes on my bigger commercial jobs if I'm coming back multiple days. Sometimes the second day when the concrete's all dry is when the photos look the best, to be honest. Because sometimes when the concrete's wet, it doesn't look as bright as it will once it's dry. Okay, so I'm going to dump this injector cleaner in here. Let's see. Directions. Pour entire contents of bottle into fuel tank before or after fueling. Twist left to remove from tank. Okay. So we're going to dump a bottle of this in here. I'm going to pull y'all closer with me. But basically, we're going to dump a bottle of this into the van, inject cleaner, and then we are going to pour some gas into this van. That way it's not running on E, because it has been running on E. Okay, she's glugging now. Dang, that was fast. Okay, so fuel injector cleaner has been added, so that is good. Now what we're going to do is add some gas to this thing. Hopefully the battery is running, and I won't have to worry about trying to get it started with something. I'm trying to see where I can stand and see y'all and still do this, because this is the part that's like a little tough, a little tedious. I need to switch the cap that I have on this gas can though. This one leaks and this other one that I have does not leak. So I'm putting the non-leaking cap on so that I don't spill gas all over myself. Okay. So hopefully y'all can see me now. The mail lady going by here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is basically try and hold this up and dump it in here. Hopefully it's not too heavy and y'all don't see me struggle too bad, but I know it's heavy and it's got this like safety lock on it. So just gotta kind of slowly. Just slowly doing it. She's glugging. Can't pour it too fast. I just saw that it'll pour out the side if I do it too fast. I just gotta let it glug. Might have to take a break here in a second. My hands are dying. Appreciate y'all dropping in the chat though. Give me a second though. Whew, shoulders are on fire. Do I think a 2900 psi is good for a beginner? I would look more into the gallons a minute than the psi. The gallons a minute will tell you if you can power a surface cleaner, and that's more important than the psi. So look for gallons a minute. If you could get around 4 gallons is what I recommend to start. 4 gallons a minute. I started with 2.5 gallons, but like you can make it work. You just need to get a smaller surface cleaner. Get something that's like 16 inches, I think, or less. I don't know. You have to look at the individual surface cleaners. You want to make sure that whatever surface cleaner you get can be powered by a 2.5 gallon a minute machine. That was my mistake when I first started. Was I had a 2.5 gallon a minute machine, but my surface cleaner needed 4 gallons to be powered, so it was not spinning my surface cleaner. So that's a big issue. As long as it works, then you're good to go, brother. You can get a bunch of jobs done. My first year, I did I had 2.5 gallon a minute machine for my whole first year. Okay, so let's add some more now. I'm gonna just do this in little segments so that I don't kill myself. Because last time I had Lauren here with me, and this was a lot lighter with 2 people holding it. This gets heavy quick. I also didn't eat enough today. I need to eat more. What's everybody up to today? It's a Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. That's what we're doing tonight. Okay, let that drain a little bit. Whew. I was trying to think if I had something where I could like prop my knee up like this to do it, it'd be a lot easier. This thing's pretty hefty. Hefty. Let's see, could I lean it like this? Might be able to. Let's see, boys. Okay, if I straddle it like this, does that take the weight off of it? But I want to lean too. We're gonna get this, boys. We're gonna get this. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Ingenuity, baby. Just got to keep an eye on this thing because if I dump it too hard, it comes out the side over here. So I got to keep like a nice consistent flow so that it doesn't dump anything. So far, so good. Keep pouring, Jimbo. I think adding this 5 gallons will give us enough to run the van for a little bit. I just want to make sure that she runs good and can hold up. Because this is going to be my new vehicle. My new work/play vehicle. Till I can get that truck running. This is my personal and work vehicle. Okay, now we're getting some flow right here, baby. These like safety locks that are on these gas cans are what kill me. Because you have to like keep this green thing pressed down and engaged to pour this stuff. We're getting there though. Appreciate y'all stopping in. I see there's like 13 of y'all here in the chat. Just chilling today, trying to get this van fueled and running. That's our current game plan here. So far, so good. She's got a nice flow to her to where she's not overflowing or anything. Let this keep going. I think we're at like, can't tell where the fuel level is on this tank. Can y'all see it? I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera. Okay. We're getting low. For sure, I can hold it now, so that's a sign. I can dump it a lot faster too. I'm gonna let her die down for a second. She's starting to puddle up. Almost, boys. What's everybody up to? Oh, got an ant on my foot. Get off of here, sucker. Okay. That's pretty much it. Like, there's some in here. How much is left? There's still a decent amount in here. Let me see if I can, see if we can get her to go like this or something. This is probably a dumb idea. There we go. Yep, like I said, dumb idea. Don't hold a gas can upside down, because that'll happen. But basically, I've got to hold it like this now to get it to go the rest of the way. Isn't it crazy? You know something's a dumb idea, but your brain just makes you try it anyway. And you're like, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? Then you do it, find out why it's stupid, and then you realize why you shouldn't have done it. Okay, we're almost done though. Once this is added, we'll be able to have at least 5 gallons in here. Like I said, this, if y'all are just popping in here, this van had literally 10 miles till E, but because it's not tagged or insured right now currently, I didn't want to drive it on the road. So because of that, I was stuck having to go pick up gas and add it to it. So that's what we're doing right now. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Okay, so basically we've added gas into this now. I don't know if y'all can tell. There we go. Basically, we've added gas into the van now. It was on 10 miles till E. I can't drive it up to the gas station because it's not licensed and insured. So I had to bring gas home to fill it up. I added fuel injector cleaner because the van's been sitting a while. And then we just added 5 gallons of gas. So fingers crossed with that, I can get this started and running. And I'm just going to let it run for a little bit. And hopefully that will keep her in good condition, because she has been sitting for a little bit and I don't want her to end up like the black truck did. That one's in the shop right now. So we're trying to avoid having to spend any more money on the mechanics this year, because I've spent a fortune on our vehicles this year. That's why we have 4 vehicles and we don't need 4. We only have 2 drivers. So we're eliminating one of the vehicles and then we got to get the other ones running. So that's kind of where we're at. We got to stop dumping money into our cars. So yeah, I put this is what I put into it, brother. We put some of this Lucas injector cleaner, basically. So hopefully with that and the new gas, we'll be able to have it at least running a little bit. If I can get this running, I don't know if the battery's dead in it. That's kind of where we're at next. We got to see if the battery's dead. If the battery's dead, we're going to have to jump it to get it started. Hopefully we won't have to do that. If I'm able to just get it started, I'm just going to let it run for a little bit, and we can kind of pick through the van and see what's in there and stuff. But if it doesn't start up because the battery's dead, then I'm going to either use Lauren's tack pack or her car to jump it. So our next steps are going to be getting the keys to the van and seeing if it'll start up. Fingers crossed it'll start up right away. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We've added the gas and we've added the injector cleaner. So if it starts up right away, that would be ideal, because I need this to turn into our work truck, basically. That's going to be our work van now. So I'll use it to tow this trailer right here. But to be able to do that, she's got to run. I just got it in my name. The title's actually in the mail for it. So I can now get it insured and licensed. So that's kind of the next step after I get it up and running, is to get it licensed and insured. That way we can put it on the road. And I think it's at 220K miles, something like that. It's a 2011. So it's kind of old, but it is an E-250, which is better than what I would be pulling my trailer with, which was the Explorer. So it's definitely going to pull better than the Explorer, even though it's a little bit older. And it's not much older than the Explorer. The Explorer is a 2013. This is a 2011. And then our black truck was a 2002 Tundra. And then Lauren's car is a 2017 Sonata. Or it might be a 2015 Sonata. But yeah. Okay, so what I need to do is I'm going to grab the keys to the van and see how it's looking. And I'm going to grab her car keys just in case. So give me 1 second. Y'all should be able to still hear me while I do this. But I need to grab the keys and her keys. Let's see, her keys. And I need the van keys. Is this a van key? No. Where's my van keys? Give me 1 second. Van key, van key. Okay, got the van keys. Stay. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this done. Give me 1 second. Roscoe's hating that I'm out here without him. Okay. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. It looks like the mic is still running. Okay. Okay, boys. So we have the van keys now. So we're going to try and see if it starts. If not, we have Lauren's keys so that we can jump this if needed. So what I'm going to do now is put y'all over here with me, and we can check out and see if this van runs or not. There was a hornet's nest in here, so I need to be careful with that. So let's hope that... Okay. Can y'all see me now? Sorry if that live got messed up. Looks like it's still gone. I got a phone call and I don't know what happened. Okay, but basically right here, there's a big hornet's nest, unfortunately. So I'm going to see what we can do without disturbing them. So I'm not really trying to disturb them. Buzz off. I don't want to mess with you. Yeah. Okay. So the van is completely dead. Let me figure out how to pop the hood on it really quick. Okay, so I popped the hood on it. I kind of want to knock these hornets out. I don't know if y'all can see them right there, but there's a bunch of hornets right here. Yeah, disturb them and show them who's boss. Yeah, I'll disturb them and then I'll run away. I want to break down that nest that they have in there. can't you like pour a cup of gas and like trap them in the gas? Aren't you like supposed to put a cup of gas and then you can like hold it up to them or something? I think what we'll do is we'll let them be for now and we'll try and jump this really quick. And I'll have to knock them down in a minute if I need to. So what we need to do is get this van jumped. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully this thing has a, okay, it does. A little proper. Okay, so we got this. Spray them with dish soap. Yeah, I need to do something. They were here last time and I thought they would go away. Because I knocked their little nest down last time, I thought they would just leave. Nope, they built a new one. Okay, so we need to check out Lauren's car and see if we're able to get a way to start this. They're putting a new roof on one of our neighbors' houses. So that's probably what y'all hear, if you hear anything. Okay. So we'll pop her car, see if we can find this tack pack in here. I think I charged one and put one in her car because I'm a good boyfriend. Okay, if y'all have never used one of these, they're a lifesaver because then you don't have to hook up to the car battery. You can just hook up to this. So that's really nice. Just make sure it's got enough battery. Yes, we're good, boys, we're good. Okay, basically all you do is put this into here like this. And then you'll put these on the two things. And then we'll go ahead and try and start her. So I'm gonna move y'all back over here with me. And I'm gonna raise y'all up so you can see. I raise y'all up so you could be taller. How tall do y'all wanna be? Might be too tall. Okay, y'all can see that, right? That should be good, right here. Okay, so I'll read the instructions so we don't mess this up. Don't press boost before connecting the car battery. Don't connect two clamps. Only for 12-volt vehicles. Red clamp for plus, black clamp for minus. Green light on, start the engine. Red light on when buzzing, reverse the connection. Okay. So basically, don't start if there's less than 3 charges on this. The engine can't be started within 3 seconds. Stop cranking and wait 30 seconds before starting again. Okay. All right, boys, are we ready? Tack pack coming in. Let's see if this will work. Basically, we need to put the red on red, the black on black. Okay, the red is on the red. Now the black is on the black. So then we turn this on. I don't need the flashlight part on. Okay, this is on now. And then basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the boost button on this tack pack. And then we are going to try and start the van. So the boost button. Okay, so the boost button is on. So now I'm gonna try and start this van. So here we go, boys. Let's see how she turns on. Trying to stay away from the hornets. Not trying to bother y'all. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Okay. She has life in her. Let's go. Okay. So we got the van running. I'm gonna just let it run for a little bit. I'm gonna take this tack pack off. I think it's just idling down. Okay. All right, boys, we're just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and I'll probably rev the engine a little bit, right? And let it rev up. I wanna figure out some way to deal with these Hornets as well. There's one that got in, unfortunately, because I didn't shut the door. The other three are sitting there. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. But because I'm out here with y'all, I can't just smack them and run inside. So I've got to figure out how to deal with them without getting bit or stung, technically. This tack pack, though, I'm telling y'all, this thing is handy. I've jumped probably 10. I've probably jumped 10 vehicles with this now, something like that. And it works like a charm, man. And it's tiny and compact. Like this is all it just comes in this little case, and then you don't have to be stranded on the side of the road, hoping somebody will allow you to use their car to jump with. You know, it just makes it easier for you to try and jump the car yourself if you think it's a dead battery. So I definitely recommend these tack packs. I might put that in the description, or I'll put that in a Amazon storefront or something like that. What's going on, Moose? We just got the van started. It hadn't been started for a while, so I'm just gonna let it run for a little bit. I just put some gas in it and some injector cleaner, and we're just gonna let it run and make sure everything is working good. I'm gonna turn the wheels to the left and to the right and get stuff lubed up and all that. We had to jump start it, and we added new gas and fuel injector cleaner. There's a hornet's nest that's in the door jamb right here that I need to figure out how to deal with. Because I don't want hornets in the van, and I don't want to get stung at the same time. So run the heater for a little while. Okay. Yeah, let me turn that AC on a little bit. What's crazy to me, I don't know if y'all can see, I added 5 gallons of fuel to it, but it's still saying 0 miles still empty. Once the thermostat opens. Okay. Yeah, I just cranked the AC on. I heard something kick on when I did that, but the fuel is still saying 0 miles still empty. That was one of the main reasons I didn't just run it up to the gas station and fill it. It's because it wasn't licensed and insured. But I need to make sure that it is holding gas, which, well, I mean, I know it's holding gas, but you know what I mean? Like, why didn't the level go up? Maybe it needs to just run for a little bit, or actually have like your foot on the gas or something. Might just have a brain fart. But I was thinking that adding 5 gallons would at least put it up from 0 miles to empty. But we're in a good spot because it runs. Another thing I need y'all's help with checking is whether or not this bumper is a, let me run y'all over here. I need to figure out if, and I need to put her tack pack back. I need to figure out if this bumper hitch right here is like one of the bumper pull hitches where it can only tow like a certain amount, otherwise it'll just like bend when you pull, or if it's attached to the frame down below. That way we'll safely be able to tow this trailer. I've never towed the trailer with this van, but that is going to be our vehicle going forward. So I am hoping that this bumper is what we think. So what I'm gonna do is try and get down under here and kind of see what I can see. I haven't looked under here yet. So y'all have to bear with me here. I'm gonna get up underneath here. I might be able to take y'all with me here in a second, but let me get under here and see what I can see. What I can say is the bumper is connected here. Let me see if I can show y'all. see if we can show y'all. Let's get up under here. Okay. So the hitch is right here where my finger is, as y'all can see. But the bumper itself looks like it's connected in the frame right here. And that runs down the length of the vehicle. But is it connected? Like, maybe right up in here it is. I can't really tell. Hold on, my phone thinks I'm trying to rotate the screen. But then look over here as well, on this side. Can't really tell how it's connected. I'm trying to use the phone and look in the phone screen. But basically I need to know if this bumper hitch is, it looks like it's secure to the frame, right? Like, it looks like the bumper connects to the frame right here and over here. But I thought there would be some sort of like cross member bars like right in here to secure this area, but maybe not. I'm going to just double check on all that stuff too. And maybe it says something on this bumper here. But that was one thing I just wanted to double check before I started towing with it, because I didn't want to just like rip off this bumper. But it looks like it's like a secured bumper. The only thing is I'd have to switch out this hitch to a 2 5/16. And then it looks like I already have the trailer brake connection, or the trailer lights. Just trying to see how well she's connected under here. Hopefully y'all are getting a shot. Okay. So yeah, it's connected right here. And it's connected right here. And then right there and right there. Trying to see if it says anything on the bumper. I think it would tow it fine. It looks like the bumper is nice and securely built. Like, this doesn't look like a cheap bumper at all. It's really thick right here. And then I don't see any writing or anything on the bumper, but I can tell that it's secured to the frame of the vehicle. That's what I was mainly trying to make sure, and that it wasn't just like not, you know what I mean? So it's definitely secured into the van frame, so that's good news. And the van is running good. Sounds nice. Not running rough. So that's good. Okay. We'll do some more research on that, on this van bumper as well. I don't think it's aftermarket, but I think that we just want to make sure. And then we will hook it up to the trailer. I don't have a 2 5/16 hitch, but that is something I'll need to get on this one, because I was looking at the van and it looks like it's a 2-inch hitch. So, okay. I just, one of the Hornets left, so I shut the door in that van. But I need to do a little bit more research on that bumper just to make sure, but I think it's a stock bumper, so it should be good. And it's secured into both like frames that run down the vehicle. So I think we'll be good on that. So this does look like it will become our new work vehicle. I was thinking about getting it wrapped. Do y'all know anything about wrapping a vehicle that has some like minor imperfections, or does the vehicle have to be like fully? Basically what I'm trying to say is my grandpa bumped into something over here and basically there's a big dent in this door right here. So I don't know about like when getting this van wrapped, how it'll be. But she sounds nice. Like, she just is running nice and good. And she's not loud at all. She's really nice. I'll definitely probably do a tune-up on her. What I think I'll do is I'll get her down to our mechanic and we'll probably do a tune-up just to make sure everything is in working order. That way all the fuel levels and everything have been checked. I can see that the AC thing is sweating. Just gonna let her keep running for a little bit. I didn't see what time we turned her on. Did anybody see what how long she's been running? Probably like 15 minutes or so, I want to say. The other thing I wanted to do, I need to put this tack pack back in her car. And then I want to make sure that we can figure out a way to get this hornet's nest out, man. But I don't want to have to run inside because I ain't trying to really bring y'all all up inside. So I was hoping that I could just knock them down and hide. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that. And I really need to, we really need to run her car too. And I want to turn the wheels a little bit on that van, turn it back and forth a couple times, just so that we're sure that it can turn and all that really well, and we don't like freeze up any of the steering stuff. That was another thing, that truck just had no power steering at when we went to turn it in. So I just don't really want to open that back up with these Hornets. I'm glad we got the van started though. That was the main goal with this live for sure. So the fact that she's up and running, and the fact that we've ensured that this bumper is secure to the frame gives me a lot of confidence when it comes to using this as a vehicle. And like for the past couple of weeks, we've been down to where we've kind of basically only had one vehicle in the family, and Lauren's been needing it for work every day. So I unfortunately have been like pushing jobs off or not scheduling. And now I can at least do all the jobs with this bad boy. And I was thinking about getting it wrapped or something, as it's just a nice white van. It's got a ladder rack on it, so I can put my ladders and stuff on it. And then also it's got like a blank canvas, you know what I'm saying? So I could technically wrap this with black and gold or figure out what I'll do with it. My thing is, we have an HOA here in the neighborhood, and they're not a huge fan of commercial vehicles. So I need to pass that by my HOA lady and make sure that she's cool with me having a wrapped van. One of our other neighbors has one, but you're not supposed to. So we'll see what happens. That's one thing that sucks about an HOA though. Like, I'm just trying to do business and I can't do business. Or like I can't have my thing that pays for the house and makes me the money sit in my front yard because it's wrapped. Like, come on, man. That's my way of life right there. That's how I make my money. So like the commercial vehicle rule in this neighborhood is kind of BS in my opinion. That's another reason we have to keep the trailer in the garage here. Like if y'all see right here, basically our trailer has to fit right here every night because we're not allowed to leave it out like this. The only reason I have it pulled out right now is because we had an AC guy come do some maintenance today. But otherwise, the trailer has to be out of sight. That's the rule. So in the garage is the only place I can keep it out of sight, basically. So unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with. I need to figure out how we're going to deal with these hornets. I don't have any spray. So you said spray them with soap and water, but I really don't want to get stung. We'll just see. Should I be putting my foot on the gas at all or anything? Or like turning the wheel back and forth? What else should I be doing while the van just sits here? Lauren's car's in the way, so I can't pull it out and drive it around, but I do want to, I might do that later tonight or something. I might pull it out and drive it around the neighborhood. Or I might drive it up and get gas. The gas station's only like a mile away, so if y'all can keep a secret, I might do that. But otherwise, the title's in the mail. And once I have the title, I'm going to the DMV, and then I can get a tag. Once I have insurance on it, I can get a tag for it because the title is in my name now. I wasn't able to tag it while I was up there because I didn't have insurance on it, and I didn't get insurance on it because I didn't really own it and I wasn't able to drive it anyway. So now that I technically own it, no sense in not having it running and insured and driving it, you know. So that's what we're doing right now. She's running though. Like, I don't even know if y'all can hear her, but she's quiet. So I'm excited to drive her. This is what my grandpa drove for his business before he passed away. And now it's what I drive for my business. So he'll be happy that he's living on in memory, and he's you know, using or providing me something that I could really use, you know. He's coming in clutch right now, Grandpa, so I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We needed this because the truck was in the shop and I was not expecting it to need a new engine. So the truck needs a whole new engine. So it's looking like we're probably going to restore the vehicle and not just get it up on the road. I was hoping I would just be able to get it running and kind of just slowly fix things, but it's looking like it's a wha-bam, fix it or don't. It ain't running now, son. So unfortunately, that's where we're at with the truck. I don't know if y'all have been popping in the lives the past couple weeks, but we were tinkering on that truck for a couple days to no avail. We got it up and running and got it to the mechanic, but then the mechanic said it blew a crank rod, dropped it through the oil pan, and then the oil was leaking everywhere, so it needed a new engine, basically. So unfortunately, do y'all want to see what's in the van? I could open the van up and we could peek around what's inside. I haven't really looked around in here, so we could see what's up in here. A lot of it's just going to be my grandpa's old tools. So I don't know if it's unlocked or not. No. Okay, I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna unlock it and see what we can see in here. Okay. Okay, and it looks like it went up to a quarter tank, so I think it just needed time to raise the gas level up. So we added 5 gallons and it put a quarter tank in. So now we can see what's, I think this is one where I need the key to it to open it. I don't think I have another key right now. I'm gonna try and do it one more time, unlock it. If not, I'll have to, we'll have to give it a minute because I wanna let the van keep running for a minute. Once it's done running for a minute, I just wanted to charge up that battery. Do y'all know if I have to have my foot on the accelerator at all to get the battery to charge up itself? Or if that's something that it just running at idle will power on that battery? That way I don't have to jump it next time I go to start it. This is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if I can open this side one or not. Let me see if I can open this side one. Oh. Okay. See if I can crawl in there and unlock it from here. Hold on, boys. I'm crawling through the van. I'm gonna unlock it for us from the back end. Maybe. Oh, come on. Did he have it? Did it break? Come on. Well, boys, maybe not. Hold on. Give me a minute, boys. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. Okay. There's like a locking mechanism in here that I can't seem to unlock. Okay. So I got it to where it's unlatched, but it won't unlock. Or yeah. So now I need to basically get it to reshut again so that it's sealed because it's latched in there. There's like a latch down at the bottom right down here on this one that I was able to slide to the side and unlock it. But for some reason, the latch right here isn't unlocking, which I've never opened this before. And knowing my grandpa, it could have just been jimmy rigged to keep it. Okay. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go try and relatch it because I don't want it like this because it's not fully sealed right here. I almost had it though. Like I have it unlocked, but this part, this mechanism isn't working right here. The part that unlatches. So somehow I've got to like unclip it from in there. I love that y'all are just chilling watching me though. I appreciate it. I think what I'll do is I'll let this van run just a hair bit longer and then I'll turn it off and we'll see if we can bust up in here. Because if we can get up in here without having to do some jimmy rigging stuff, I could show y'all the driver's side door, how he has it. I don't know why this is, but it looked like this mechanism might have broke off. So he's got a way to like pull this latch with these two things. So that door is like that. So I imagine this back door could possibly have the same issue. And we have this side door at least that opens. So we're able to get into it. I'll let y'all peek in here. It's a work van. But basically that's what we're looking at. I have to unlock that back door somehow. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the camera for y'all. But let me crawl back in here and try this again. And we have a paint sprayer right here, boys. Maybe we should get into painting or something. My grandpa was fuming back in the day because he thought somebody stole it out of his garage. But I think he had just misplaced it because when he passed away, we found it. So. Okay. It's not fully shut though. I'll tell you that much. It's only latched. Okay, we got it, boys. We're in. We are in. Let's go. Anybody need some scuba gear? We got my grandpa's old scuba stuff too, right here. We got some scuba tanks, got a wetsuit, a couple other things. When they were closing out his estate, they were just gonna be throwing out a lot of stuff. So I just couldn't let it go. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I just hated to see it because it's part of my childhood and stuff. So this is what we're looking at though, boys. Let me see. Okay, this is what I mean by jimmy rig stuff. So to open this latch right here, you can tell it doesn't open. Okay, are we back? Okay, I think we're back. I got a phone call there. Sorry about that. But basically right here, you have to pull this little like thing. I gotta put y'all down to do it. It takes two hands. But you have to pull this little like knobber. There we go. See? And then that basically activates the latch. This is what I was talking about though. I don't know if y'all can see this little lever. It's like a extra lock right here. So it's nice. Uh-oh. What do I do though? It's nice, but it's oh, fancy. So I can lock it? Yeah, look at that. Okay, so the lock is sticking out right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Okay, lock is sticking out right here, and there's a lock button right here. If I unlock it, it pulls it in, you see? So that's nice to know. So it's just an extra little like safety lock, I think, for this. But I'll let y'all see up in here so we can root around a little bit, see what my grandpa had. Was I in the will? There actually was no will, unfortunately. So as a lot of back and forth between the family trying to figure out who gets what and what's going to who and all that. But basically everything went to my grandpa's daughter, and then she was nice enough to let me have this van. So we'll take it, you know what I mean? Won't replace your grandpa, but you know, I needed a work truck, so this definitely helps. Having this is a lifesaver in a situation like this. So we're thankful. And it has all these racks in it. Y'all see this? Like, we need to slowly figure out how we can make this help our pressure washing business, and maybe even start a mobile detailing business or something. But basically it has all these racks in it right here on both sides. So that's really nice. And then it has that cage up front, and then it has outlets right up there. And then, so I mean, it's a good little work van, you know. And I think it had 200K miles on it, I think is what we were looking at. So not too bad. I don't know how long these things last, but I think what we'll do is we'll slowly toss out a lot of this stuff that we don't need, because a lot of it is just like little pieces of wood and like scrap tubes of caulk, stuff like that. So my grandpa was a carpenter, so he has a little bit of everything in here. And then I think we'll do like a big clean out. I'll end up doing like a big clean out stream where we like empty all of this out and clean it up real nice. And then I might turn it into like a toolbox for the pressure washing business, basically. So I can get a lot of my tools that are in my garage or in the back of the Explorer that Lauren's gonna be driving, and we'll get them set up in this van so that we basically have a mobile like operation center. And hopefully that makes sense, because then I'll be able to fix and repair and do all that stuff on the fly that we may have otherwise been struggling to do working out of the back of the Explorer. So I'll be able to keep a lot more stuff in here. And I was even thinking like, can't really do it, but like an auxiliary tank for water or something, you know? That way I could have extra water if I ever had those big jobs where there's no water supply and I needed to fetch water, basically. But for now, this is where we are at. And it's nice that we got some extension cords and got a couple other things. And I need to dig around in here. It looks like they cleaned him out of all of his tools, unfortunately. It looks like I might get his big Sawzall that I used as a child. So that's nice. And then I got his tool belt. So that's nice. Just sentimental things, you know what I'm saying? So I have his old tool belt. See if he's got his hammer. I got a couple of his hammers already. And then like these extension cords I've used as a kid. A couple other things. So it's nice, nice that we have it at least. So something's better than nothing, you know what I'm saying? Especially when there wasn't too much from his estate that we got. What's going on, Paul? Yeah, this is our new work van, basically. Well, it was my grandpa's van, but he passed away, so we inherited it from his estate. It's a 2011 E-250. We had to put gas in it and jump started to get it running. Now it's running, so I'm just kind of letting it idle and run for a while. But we were kind of just peeking through what it had in the back of the van and talking about converting it for our pressure washing business. Basically, we're going to start towing the trailer right here with the van instead of the Explorer, and the Explorer is going to become Lauren's daily driver. So we checked out the hitch, and it looks like the hitch the bumper is attached to the frame of the vehicle properly. So I believe that the hitch is not one of those bumper pull hitches, and we should be good on weight capacity. I'll double check online, but it looks like we're good to go when it comes to being able to tow the trailer with the van. The only thing I need to do is get it tagged and get insurance on it. So the title's in the mail. I did that with the DMV last week, but now I need to go down to the DMV once I get insurance on it to get a tag issued for it. Once we have the tag, it's street legal and we're good to go. So we'll be back in business and not sharing a vehicle with Lauren, because right now she has the Explorer because her car is crapping out. So we're trading that bad boy in. This is the new black and gold work truck. And then we're going to have to figure out what to do with the black truck because it needs a whole new engine. And that's kind of where we're at with the black truck. But are you thinking what I'm thinking? Lawn equipment on a trailer and pressure washing the van? I was trying to think of like what else, whether it's mobile detailing or what else I could do with all this extra space in the van. Because technically, yeah, I could like convert the inside of this into something, another business, and then like you're saying, be able to do both. But I was thinking like mobile detailing or something where, because I have all of these like shelves and stuff. So I definitely want to turn some of them into like the pressure washing repair kit, basically. But then I'll have some more dedicated shelves that I'll store possibly products that we want to try or backup equipment or stuff like that. And then it's nice that we have like an extension cord and we have outlets in here, that big yellow strip. So we have outlets, the van runs, that's the main thing. It does say it needs an oil change. So I was thinking I'll get it down to my mechanic and get like a nice tune up on it so that we are back in business. And you're looking at the newest black and gold whip right here. I was thinking about getting it wrapped or something. If I got it nicely wrapped, that'd be cool. But I was telling people earlier that the HOA is a little strict here, so we're not allowed to have commercial vehicles. So keeping it white is actually probably for the best. But she's running good. Like she's up and running now. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Another thing I got to figure out is the hornet's nest that's in the driver's door. But I think I'll do that when I get off stream here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock it and run. Yeah, a big magnet. I used to have some car magnets over here. I might pull them back out. I let them get all nasty and folded up. So they got some like creases in them, unfortunately. But yeah, something where I could show it off, basically. Something. But it's pretty good van, yeah. Like, I mean, I can't complain. It's a 2011, so it's a little bit older. But this is the equivalent of an F-250, yeah. The E-250 is like an F-250, I'm pretty sure. So definitely probably more capabilities for towing than the Explorer. Yeah, let's look here. I'll take you under it, Paul, so you can see. This is basically where the bumper attaches to the trailer, right? I don't know if y'all can see it. Right here is where the bumper attaches to the trailer on both sides. So I think this bumper is secured to the frame. That's kind of what I was needing some reassurance on. It looks like the bumper is attached to the frame of the vehicle on that side and that side. So we won't have to worry about if I pull it pulling the bumper off. Looks like a class 5 trailer hitch. Yeah, that's what a stranger was saying too. So I'm hoping y'all are correct. I'm pretty sure y'all are. Y'all probably know more than me, but we'll double check that. And yeah, the fact that it has a ladder rack, I was having so much trouble with this 32-foot ladder right here. I would strap it down on, if you've seen some of my other videos, I would strap it like right here along this trailer like this, where my arm is. And it just wasn't not as secure. You know what I'm saying? Not very professional, not very secure. So the fact that it has a ladder rack on the roof, like, let's go. Because I just bought this big old ladder. And the fact that I was having to jimmy rig it onto the trailer and it wouldn't fit on the Explorer. If I'm turning this into my work vehicle, like I have a perfect spot for the ladder. So that's awesome. And the fact that I can take this ladder off of my trailer now, and I could technically put it up there, frees up this space back here, right here in this area. I was going to be putting a new 100-gallon loaf bleach tank, and it wasn't going to fit with this ladder right here. So I was going to have to figure out a spot for this ladder. So if the van becomes the new work truck, then this ladder has a home either inside the van or on the roof of the van, which then allows me to have that 100-gallon tank back here. So we won't have to keep bringing the blue tank plus this tank on our big jobs. We'll be able to just have the loaf tank. And then I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not a huge fan of the vertical tanks just because over time they seem to crack down at the bottom because of the weight of the fluid just kind of expanding. and the plastic is a little too thin in the vertical tanks. So I've already gone through one vertical tank over there that has a crack in it, and then I have a blue tank right there, and then this blue tank has a crack in it. So I'm trying to upgrade to a bleach tank that is more like the plastic's thicker so that the bleach won't eat through the material basically. So they sell the loaf tank, smaller version of the current loaf tank I have, which I'm looking to invest in at some point here. But yeah, a ladder rack on this answers a lot of the problems that we were having with the trailer. So the fact that I can put a ladder in the back of this or put the big ladder on the roof, like, it's a double whammy, man. So I'm happy with that as well. Let's poke around in this van a little bit more too. I've just kind of been letting it run so that it can hang out. But I appreciate you saying that, Paul, as well. I'm glad that it's running too, and I'm glad that I get to let my grandpa's legacy live on a little bit. He used this van, he's had it since 2011, and it's just been, you know what I'm saying? It's been a big memory of my grandfather, is seeing that van on jobs or going with him and riding in the passenger seat and just pulling stuff out of his van and stuff like that. So the fact that now I'm able to use it for my business, whew, I can get emotional talking about it, brother. Okay, got to figure out something to do with these hornets though. That's my current problem right now, is these hornets built a nest in the door jamb of the passenger or the driver's side. So I got to figure out what to do with these hornets. But I'll say the AC works in it, and there's not too many miles on it. Like I said, I want to do a tune-up on it. What else should I think about? I'll probably go live at some point and do a big clean out on this van and do a big like overhaul when it comes to oh, there's lights up in here. There's lights there and lights there as well. There's hornet spray you can get, but spray as much as you can and take off. Yeah, that's why I don't want to do it on the live, because I don't want to have to run with y'all and go somewhere else. So I'm gonna wait till I pop off of this live, and then I'm gonna knock it down or spray it or something, and then take off inside and hide. That's the game plan right now. So I'm saving that for the end. But yeah, I think I'll go live at another point, maybe another day this week, and do like a big clean out haul of this. And we'll just kind of pick through it, see what we can keep, and see what we can toss, and whatever we can move into the garage. And then whatever pressure washing parts and pieces that we have in the garage, extra hoses or anything that I might need for the trailer, I'm going to put it into the van, and we'll get the rack set up and like dedicate little sections for different things, quick connects and oil and stuff like that, little parts and pieces that we would need. Stranger says soap and water knocks them out of the sky. Yeah, I have a spray bottle in here, so I might mix it up with some soap and water and just douse them in it and run. Yeah, and then I'll be able to save some garage space. Let me show y'all my garage, because the garage is kind of out of order as well right now. Basically my dad passed away 2 years ago. My grandpa passed away a year ago. So with my dad's estate, we got these washer and dryers. They're basically less than 6 months old. But I need to set these washer and dryers up inside, because we have a really old washer that could be replaced. And then our dryer was a cheap dryer we bought. So these are Whirlpool washer and dryers, brand new. So I think the game plan is going to be getting these hooked up inside, which I've never done, so I got to figure that out. I might use y'all for help as well on that. But getting these dollied and put inside so that that'll free up that space. Then we can get rid of our old washer and our old dryer we might just sell or keep. But that'll free up this space right here. And then everything from right here to the end of this shelf, basically right here, is all pressure washing stuff from the business, extra gas cans, my old pressure washer, more yard signs, stuff like that. There's a bunch of like random stuff in there. So a lot of that stuff can be reorganized and put in the van. So that's going to be another live that we'll probably end up doing probably this week at some point. But as we can free up space in this garage, then I can get back to having my home gym. I did have a home gym in this garage, but once I started the pressure washing business, my home gym was set up right here. And now I can't have it in here because the trailer park's right here. So if we could free up this side of the garage right there, I might be able to get my workout set back in here. So that would be nice. Hot and cold hoses and a drain hose for the washer and one vent hookup for the dryer, then just plug them in. Yeah, I want to show y'all. I'll do another live at some point doing that because I need y'all to show me basically. It looks like it does just like a tube just drops down and then I have to connect the water, the hot and cold, which are these tubes I believe you're referring to. Right? Hot and water, these two. And then they're in the back of this and then they screw into the knobs where our current washer is. My thing is I need to like cut the water off right at the washer probably. Like these two knobs, turn them off, then unscrew them from the washer and dryer, and then take that old one out, put the new one in. I drop the tube of the, is it the overflow tube of the washer? This thing right here, right? I think I dropped this tube down in that hole and then plumb those up. And then the dryer connects with the, there's a vent, right? That the dryer has, like the big metal vent goes in the back, I think. The dryer is probably pretty easy. It's just a plug and then the vent. The only thing is the washer I'm kind of iffy about. So I might go live and do that with y'all too at some point. So my neighbors have a dolly they said I could use. So I'll just dolly this in and take the old ones out. I just don't want to cause a big like leak or anything or mess. So I just need to make sure when I'm going to remove the old dryer, I know how to properly do it and like a bunch of water doesn't come pouring out or whatever. So I'll probably watch a YouTube video on it, something like that. I appreciate you being in here, Paul, though. Giving some sound advice, brother. All right, so the van has been running for almost 30 minutes now. So I'm probably going to shut the hood and then I'll be, I think I'll be satisfied with the van. I want to cut it off and see if it'll start on its own because the battery needed to kind of be recharged. My question is, will the battery recharge if the van is just sitting at idle? Or do I need to be on the accelerator to charge the charge up the battery? Because I'm hoping that this is charging the battery with it just sitting at idle right now. But I don't know if that's the case. If that's not the case, then probably when I turn it off and go to turn it back on, it probably won't turn on. But I'm hoping that it's ran long enough to put some juice back in that battery. But I think we're done with the back of the van. I'll do another live cleaning this van out because that'll be its own. We'll treat that like its own video because that'll be fun. It'll be fun to do. It'll be kind of cool to see what my grandpa had. A lot of it is going to be junk. I know. Like old parts and pieces and empty bags and stuff like that. But the fact that it works, something else I want to look into is a backup camera. Like either installing one right here or something like up here. So where we can have a camera to see for hooking up to the trailer. Because that's another thing that I suck with is without the backup camera, backing up and connecting to the trailer is tedious. So that's another thing I'm gonna look into is getting like some sort of backup camera installed. And then also this mirror right here that my grandpa had. I don't know if y'all can tell. I need to shut the hood anyway. But basically it's all duct taped up right here. So I might look into getting a replacement mirror. But other than that, like she looks like she's in good condition, you know? So thankfully, my grandpa took care of it. I just want to get a tune-up on her, but she's running. So I'm very thankful. My girlfriend will be happy, and we'll be able to not be relying on one vehicle right now. I'm going to shut this hood, and then we'll go from there. These birds yoinked all over this, man. Look at this. They disrespected me. All that disrespect all over my window. Okay, I'm gonna shut this other side door, and then we'll turn her off. The AC was working good in there. The only thing about this side door is that it doesn't shut well at all. It's very rough on the shut. How did my grandpa secure this? It is secure, yeah. Boys, I used to love playing with these as a kid. My grandpa's always had this thing, this little claw thing, this little pincher claw. Get down in there and then just grab it. I'm pretty sure this has been around since my childhood. Okay, so let's shut this van. It's shut pretty easy. The only damage really on this van is this like dent right here. If I could figure out a way to get this dent out of here, I feel like it'd be pretty easy to get it wrapped. But with wrapping it right now, I don't know how they would handle an area like this that's all dented up like this. I don't know if they would even wrap the vehicle, or if they would tell me that that needed to be repaired before they'd be willing to wrap it. So that's another thing that we need to look into. But I am so glad that I got it started, man, because I was hoping that it was going to run smoothly. I was worried that it was going to end up like the truck, to be honest. So here, I'll take y'all inside of it so we can look in the front as well. Look up in here. And I'll show y'all the hornet's nest. Okay, I'm turning the camera around. Okay, right here is where they're living. It's not that big. There's only one on it right now. Right? There's only one mega hornet on it right now. So y'all think soap and water? I'm not gonna mess with it right now, but soap and water probably, or some sort of like gasoline or something. You can see that. Let's see if you can see. It says oil change required on here. Is there a way to hit okay? No. Once you put it in drive though, I think it said like 215K miles. And then it has like, there's still some of my grandpa's stuff in here. Well, a lot of my grandpa's stuff. I haven't really gone through it. But, I mean, not too bad. Just a little work van, you know? Some stuff that, clean that steering wheel up. Look at that, Grandpa. Sweating. And he tore up the seat. Seat's all tore up. Hey, take it easy, Paul. Appreciate you popping in here, brother. Take it easy, homie. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, this is the other thing I was talking about with the Jimmy rig. Like the handle, it looks like when you go to unlatch it, that this pulls just in case. And then it looked like my grandpa had the fancy little steering wheel knob, so you could whip that thing, you know what I mean? Like this. It's the skirting wheel. That way you can cut up. Be cutting up in traffic in this. But I think that's good on the van. Everything looks to be holding temperature. I'm going to cut it off and then try and start it back up and see what happens. Because this will be with no tack pack. So let's see what happens when we turn it off. Okay, she's off now. Now I'm about to turn her back on. Okay. 215,000 miles. That's what's on her. So now we know. Yeah, and it says oil change required. So let's see if we can look at the GVWR. Oh yeah. 9,000 pounds. Way better than the Explorer. I think our Explorer is at like 4,000 or something like that. And we were pulling this trailer. Not that I was supposed to, but it's what I had to do to make it work. But this van, it says 9,000. So that's really nice. Really, really nice. I think what we're going to end up doing is treating our black truck like a restoration project and slowly tinker on that, and that'll just be part of the YouTube channel. And then this is our new daily driver. So welcome to my new vehicle, man. 2011 E-250. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Auntie? I just noticed this. There's like a dead frog in the floorboard right here. Let me see if I can get it out. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh, he was decomposing. Hold on, boys. We gotta get this dead frog out of here. Nasty. I wonder how long that was in there for. Is that a drill bit too? Hold on, boys. Bear with me. Oh, what the hell? Okay. It was a dead frog. And he was roasted in there for months. Okay. So that's taken care of. I think we're good. The van runs now. It starts on its own, and we were able to check out what's in it. We'll save for the next day a video of us cleaning this out. So what I'm going to do now is close this out for y'all so that we're able to keep it pretty short today. Van is running. We're stoked. That was the main goal of today's video. We had to add gas to it. We had fuel injector cleaner, which I have right here. We added 5 gallons of gas. We jump started it with the tack pack, got it up and running. Now it's been running for about 30, 40 minutes, sitting at idle. I was able to turn it off and turn it back on. It started right up. So that's good. The next thing I need to do is get it licensed or get it insured and then get a new tag on it. That is my tag. The title's in the mail. We want to get it up to the shop, get an oil change, make sure that it's tuned up basically. And then we're going to start using this to pull the trailer. And then the Explorer is now Lauren's, and then we're trading in her vehicle. And the black truck is going to be our tinker vehicle. That is going to be something that we turn into, I'm thinking, an overland vehicle. And I'm just going to take my time building out a new engine and a new transmission and slowly replace everything on it. Because that was my dad's truck. It's the only thing I got from him. So I plan on keeping it for life. So in 2032, I can get the blue tag for it. So that's a game plan. So the truck is going to be around a while, and this will be our new work van. So I appreciate anybody that joined today. I appreciate all the advice from everybody. Stranger was in here. Paul was in here. Victor was in here. Moose was in here. Jamie was in here. A couple of y'all that are new, a couple of y'all that I'm used to seeing. So I appreciate everybody stopping by, and you're going to have to catch me on the next video, everybody. So take it easy. Peace. Hey, and don't forget to like and subscribe because that helps the channel, man. And use my Amazon storefront. If y'all need anything Amazon related or think of me, click my Amazon link, then buy whatever you're going to buy because it'll support the channel. And anything pressure washing related, check out Cigar City Soft Wash. And at checkout, use code GOLD10 for 10% off. And it helps me out. So appreciate everybody. I'm going to knock this hornet's nest off and run inside. So peace.